Hey guys, RockingTheBlade here. Once again, what's up everybody? Welcome to another episode of the RTB Podcast. What's up guys? So, one of the stories I'll talk about is old, but the other two are very, very recent stories. And I really need to give you my 2 cents on them. The first one, the obvious one, let's get this out the way, is the fact that, it's a rumor though. It's kind of a rumor for a while. I haven't heard anything new about it since, but it's the fact that EA might lose the Star Wars license. Because they're saying how about, the owner Bob Iger and Disney is not exactly happy how EA's been treating Star Wars. And considering how Star Wars Battlefront 2 was Star Wars Battlefront Gambling Simulator 2. To the point that, people like Hawaii and Australia, and plus other countries looking to to take some legal actions against games that have loot boxes or loot crates in it, or whatever you want to call it, because it has some gambling similarities to gambling, and they might lose the license because of all the backlash, and it didn't sell as well as the first one. So it's like one of those things is that I'm not really surprised. Ultimately, I'm just not, if this is true, because with Star Wars Battlefront 1 had little to no content. I didn't even get it at launch. That's how bad it was. I didn't get it until like well over a year, well after Rogue One came out. Like after the DLC of Rogue One came out and it was on the sale for $5 at one point. That's when I got it. Even then I didn't even get it. My editor Koopa got it for me. So that's that's how bad it was. How little content it is. And then it's like, oh, don't worry, no season passes, no DLC, it'll all be free. I'm like, oh, right, yeah, the good old days. This is going to be awesome. Microtransactions and loot boxes and pay to, and it's so bad, it's basically pay to win. And if you want to unlock a character like Darth Vader or Darth Maul or Luke Skywalker, to give an example, you have to spend tons and tons of hours just to unlock them. Because that was a good idea. And I'm not surprised. Because if I was the owner of Disney, I'm yeah, let's take it somewhere else. Now, I know the rumor is also that they're looking to talk to Activision and Ubisoft. Out of the two, I know people are not big fans of these companies for obvious reasons, and I understand. But I think, in my opinion, the lesser of the two evils is Ubisoft. Because Activision doesn't really give a crap about their own games either. I mean, look what they're doing to Destiny 2. Wow, is all I can say. I mean, I know it sold way better than the first one, but they did the crap after the fact. Unlike with Star Wars, it was right up front with its BS, where Destiny 2, they kind of sneakily, slowly but surely do things. It's just slowly but surely do the naughty things they're not supposed to do, to make a game virtually to where no one's playing it, and player rates dropping like crazy, and the fact that games are already down to around the $20 range already, and then it hasn't even been in a year yet. Considering that's one of those games that it's meant to be played for a while. That's not good. That's bad when a free to play game like Warframe is doing better and handling their stuff better than you. That's wow, that's just sad, EA. So, because, Ubisoft, granted, they tend to rush out games and they're being a buggy mess, like something Assassin's Creed Unity was. Look up the videos, it's no joke. And of course, with the DRMs on the PC version of their games don't necessarily work, and it harms the people that actually own it, and piracy crack through that damn thing. They've said on record, DRM doesn't work, even though they keep using it. That makes no sense at all. So there's that factor. But when they come correct, they can make great things. Or Syndicate, the story wasn't the best, it was still a step in the right direction from Unity. And Assassin's Creed Origins, where place that takes place in Egypt, even though had some things that people didn't like, but it's probably the best Assassin's Creed in a long time. I'm not sure if it's up there with Black Flag or anything, but it's probably its first big return to like being cool, Assassin's Creed being cool again. So yeah, I might get Unity down the road and maybe do a review on it to see if that's the case. But yeah, I really don't think a good thing. So honestly, if they take their time, not put DRM in the PC version of their games, I think they could do some incredible things with the Star Wars license. Excuse me, and considering how look at that multiplayer stuff, like Rainbow Six Siege, and they could do single player stuff like they do with the Assassin's Creed games. They got some good stuff on there. But and unlike with Activision, who at first was doing good well with different properties, now they're like whatever, because Legend of Korra was a mess. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that one that came out was like an afterthought. I mean, Transformers was on a good streak for a while, but then that fell to the wayside. Transformers again, yeah, Transformers, yeah, was good, but that fell to the wayside. Spider-Man was having a good track record too. That also kind of fell apart. Bond, they made some incredible Bond games. In my opinion, probably the best one of the best remakes out there with GoldenEye. And it's so good that he even re-released it for the 360 and PS3 with GoldenEye Reloaded. But then after Legends, which is a big, huge disappointment because that was supposed to be like the Mario All-Star of James Bond games, that kind of fell apart because how half-assed it was. Now they're not doing anything with the license. So at least with Ubisoft, when they had other licenses, like for example, the South Park games, they were amazing. The Naruto games, Rise of Ninja and Broken Bond, those were great. In fact, I didn't see Ubisoft get back the Naruto license and see what they can do with it. So those are two instances where they had like properties and they were excellent. Heck, besides Halo 3 and the original BioShock, Rise of Ninjas was another game, was part of the reason why I want to get a 360. Those are only like three games. Those are the three games that made me want to buy an Xbox 360. Halo, they had all the hype around Halo 3. BioShock looked interesting, and of course Rise of Ninja, which was awesome. I can't say that game was so damn good. Even Broken Bond, which is a great underrated sequel, was great. So in my opinion, I think that Ubisoft should be given the task to handle it, because hell, look what they did with Mario and Rabbids, a recent example. I mean, people don't like the season pass stuff, which I understand, but they did a great job with it. So they show in time and time again, on 5 instances when they had when they met at other properties, they knocked that crap out of the park. So where Activision, where they made some good stuff, but they stumbled and made some bad stuff as well. So Ubisoft's been more consistent. So in my opinion, I'll give it to Ubisoft, because they have more of the better track record in comparison to Activision. Again, look what they're doing to Destiny 2. Just saying. Alright, now to the newer stuff. In fact, maybe a few days old at most. We all know about Metal Gear Survive. It's after post Kojima, and like I said before, my Metal Gear Solid 5 review, if you want to look it up, it's still up, on how they could have done and gone in any different direction with Metal Gear, and what did they do? Zombies. Or Jim Sterling will call it, shout out to his channel, by the way, unicorn zombies. And it looks as boring to play. You gotta worry about feeding your player, like, I'm hurt, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, and that's like really, really unbalanced, and sometimes really, really hard to find food and stuff. It's not well balanced and stuff. Of course, there's microtransactions because, of course, I mean, as like the food and hunger thing hasn't been as bad, not as bad, but as close to as bad as We Happy Few, because that system was really, really bad. That's probably the only thing that was worse than what Metal Gear's doing with that system. But then, Of course, Konami, despite all the stuff I mentioned, and how GameRank's even said themselves, even though it eventually gets fun, but later, hours in later, now it kind of drags in the beginning, which is not a good thing for a game, honestly. Even with a game like, for example, which I recently played, Evil Within 2, it was so slow. It started slow, but it did enough to keep me interested and keep going. Whereas here, it just looks boring. I really don't see the fun with it, honestly. And then, of course, Konami, what did they do to screw this up? Oh, for some reason, which I doubt anyone will want to play this again, but hypothetically, let's say, for example, Angry Joe, shout out to his channel as well, brought up an excellent point. Because he has his other, other Joe, his brother, he doesn't live with them, he has his own house. But hypothetically, if they were living together, and they both wanted to play Metal Gear Survive, guess what? They would have to pay $10 for extra character / save slot. You heard that right. $10 for extra character / save slot. What in the actual hell is that? What the hell is that? What even is that? That is the most dumbest, ridiculous idea I have ever heard of. I mean, my God, even Activision and EA didn't even sink that low. Holy crap. That's like something you and your friends make a joke about. Oh, what's next? You're gonna charge it for save slots? Oh, crap, they actually did it. It's like, it's like the whole Tide Pod thing. It's like, it was a joke, like, oh, look at me in these Tide Pods, and there's idiots actually doing it. It's like it was a joke, guys, but now, I'm at a loss for words. Hold on. Excuse me. I just had dinner. But, I'm sorry, I'm just at a loss for words, because it's like, who sat there and thought, that's what the game needs? Pay $10 for a save slot. Because what's their excuse? Well, the game's $40. We're being nice. Hey, well, at least you're not charging $20. The fact they're even charging it at all is ridiculous. Even if it was $1, I still bitch. Because that's the thing that's for free. Dude. Come on, Konami. What the actual hell are you doing? What are you doing? Why is it... It's so pathetically sad when even your mobile game, Duel Links, is a better functioning game than Metal Gear Survive. In every conceivable way. How is that possible? How is it that, if you want extra, looking skins, it's this right amount of price, there's extra gems, if you want, gems, it's a free-to-play game, by the way. You can pay these amounts, or, participate in these events, you get extra gems to buy more cards. Why is it that a free mobile game has more of their priorities and their shit together than your top franchise of Metal Gear? How is that possible? How is a mobile game have more of their shit together than more of their mainstream? Because Yu-Gi-Oh has his niche crowd and a hardcore following. It does, but Metal Gear's like mainstream. Everyone knows what Metal Gear is. Everyone knows what Metal Gear is. Even the people that don't play it even heard of its name. And you're telling me you're gonna do shit like this, have it be botched and terrible, and do dumb decisions where your mobile game has its shit together and not your big boy? It's like, what the hell, Konami? I swear, the minute you fuck up Yu-Gi-Oh, that's it. Because it might be granted, doing well pachinko stuff and all that crap, but honestly, the only reason why you even still deal with Konami on any levels with Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, that's it. Because the minute they suddenly fuck that up, it's over. Maybe it's the American side of things that's probably looking over that, and that's why it's being handled so well, because other than that, I really don't see how they're succeeding the way they are with that game. Because wow. That's all I can say is fucking wow. Konami. If you not fix your shit, you're gonna go the way of the dodo. I mean, it's bad enough you did what you did to Kojima. Even to the point after he left, you did it to where like he couldn't even get health insurance for his own crew because you're being dick hurt that he left. And now that you have an opportunity to show, oh, don't worry, Metal Gear's in good hands, you do a shitty zombie survival managing game, and it's half baked at best. And even then, if a person unfortunately wants to, which I doubt, but if anyone wants to play the game a second time, oh, you have to delete their character or pay $10 to do another character / save slot. Konami, I swear, I know you'll be fine after the game, after if you don't make no more games because it's pachinko shit, but honestly, you're dead to me, guys. You're dead to me. The only reason why I'm like even dealing with you on any level again because of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the minute you fuck that up, I'm gone. Because you are ridiculous. And no, because you want to know, I don't pay no money to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And everything there through the legit way, through grinding and stuff, because I don't want to give this company a cent. That's how disgusted I am with this company. Because of the dumb decisions they're making in the past and even now. So Konami, get your shit together. Because wow, that is this new levels of pathetic. And the last one, now the title says, well, we're back in the 90's and stuff. We must be back in the 90's. I bet you're wondering, RockingTheBlade, what do you mean by that? This is the last story, by the way. So apparently, unfortunately, there was a recent school shooting in my hometown of Florida. In my hometown, where I was born in Miami, in that area. And they say, oh, the reason why the shooter did what he did, because video games and movies. And I'm just like, we're doing this song and dance again when there's factual evidence stating otherwise? I mean, I love how, like, when it comes to guns, when this country has a mass shooting, like, if it's like a foreigner, they want to put up walls and barriers. If it was like, another ethnicity, like a black person or a Hispanic, it's a race thing, it's an area to live at kind of thing. Hold on. Excuse me. If it was like something, an American or a white person who was in our own country, it's mental illness. It's this. It's games. They don't shift the blame. They try to shift the blame on the person, Like, they try let's understand him. Maybe he's just a crazy asshole. Maybe, have you ever thought about that? And why are you blaming video games? Again, when there's facts saying the opposite. In fact, now they're saying, there's not as this law saying, it's a disorder, along with porn being a disorder. I mean, I'm not saying there's addiction and there's not addictions, but we're dealing with that, but then we're not dealing with the real issue, that caused the thing itself, the guns themselves. We're not dealing with that. Look, I don't have the answers to how to deal with the gun problem. I'm not an expert, but we need to do something. Even friends I talk to who are very, passionate about this stuff, we all agree that something needs to happen. And shifting the blame to other things is not going to fix the problem. Especially on video games. This is something back in the 90s and early 2000s. Like, video games, this is the devil. And you know what's funny? This is the thing that's old as time. It's not just a gun thing. It's just a shifting blame thing in general. When books were becoming a thing. Reading is bad. It's of the devil and stuff. Or when movies started becoming big. Movies are the devil. It's of the sin. Then when the comics start getting big. It's them darn comic books. Ooh boy. Then it was music. The rap music. It's corrupting the minds and stuff. Telling them to steal stuff. And now it's like, of course, and then recently, video games. It's those gosh darn video games. It's just they find different things to shift blame because it's easy. They don't want to address the elephant in the room, which is the gun itself. Or not just the gun, the problem itself in general. Our problem is that we like to shift blame. Like I mentioned for all the things I just mentioned. We just love to shift blame, but not point out the actual problem itself. That's the problem we have. And that's why we'll never get better. That's why unfortunately these shootings will keep happening. Because if we just keep shifting blame or point fingers on why this is happening, nothing's going to get done. The only way these things stop, the only way this stops and it gets better is that we address it directly. Not shift it or blame different things. Address it directly and do something about it. Talk is cheap. Thoughts and prayers are nice, but it's not enough anymore. And there was never enough, period. But it's not enough to fix the problem. We need to take action now. You know what I'm saying? Don't be the solution. Don't be the problem. Be the solution. Come up with solutions. Again, I'm not an expert on this. I admit that. But if we just keep shifting blame, this will keep happening. And we have no one to blame but ourselves. We need to do something now before it gets worse and more lives are taken. I'm sorry I'm getting political on this, but the political stuff is coming on what I love it. And it turns like, oh, it's your video game's fault. I'm like, hey, dude, that's not the case, and there's facts saying otherwise. Why don't you address the problem for what it is instead of shifting blame? How about we try that? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, especially on the last topic I talked about. I know there's a lot of people that are I know is passionate about this, so please tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. I will love to hear your guys' thoughts on this matter. Well, there's even a debate on CNN if you want to check it out, so there's a thing. So that's a step. We're talking about it. Like, take steps like that. Not shifting blame. Let's talk about it and do something about it. Again, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. I always read them. I love to hear your guys' thoughts on these matters I talked about. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. As always, RockingTheBlade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out and have a good night.